My name is Sara Abuzaki. I'm a project manager at Marsa Sexual Health Center. Today, we will be talking about Marsa, the different services we provide, and the reason why Marsa came into existence. And for that, we will be starting by discussing different barriers that prevent individuals, including youth, from accessing sexual health services in Lebanon and in similar conservative contexts. The main barrier that people face when accessing sexual health services is the stigma associated with sex and sexuality. Of course, some individuals are more vulnerable than others to stigma, such as unmarried sexually active women, members of the LGBTIQ community who are also subject to criminalization in Lebanon, as well as youth, people affected by displacement, such as refugees, migrant workers, and people with disabilities. Another important barrier to sexual health services is the fact that the stigma also exists in the medical field. That means that a lot of healthcare providers might also practice the stigma, and that further hinders people's access to stigma-free sexual health services. Additionally, the lack of sexual health education in schools and universities in Lebanon means that a lot of individuals, particularly young men and women, do not have access to stigma-free, scientific, and sex-positive sexual health information. This increases their vulnerability to sexually transmitted infections, gender-based violence, and unwanted pregnancies. In addition to these barriers, the cost of sexual health services in Lebanon is quite high, and currently with the economic crisis, this means more and more individuals cannot access these services. And this is why Marsa came into existence. Marsa provides comprehensive sexual health services, and these include voluntary counseling and testing services that my colleague Anthony will be talking about later on in this video. This includes rapid testing as well as individual sessions on different key sexual health topics that are customized based on the individual's background, lifestyle, etc. We also provide medical consultations by experienced medical doctors, and this includes, the services you can receive from these medical consultations include screening for sexually transmitted infections that are not covered by the rapid test, as well as other screenings such as pap smears, also treatment for genital warts and other kinds of infections, as well as vaccines. We also provide psychosocial services. The main beneficiaries of this service are people living with HIV from different age groups, but also survivors of sexual violence and people, particularly youth, who have concerns regarding their sexual identity or their orientation and require non-stigmatizing support that is quite difficult to find in other places. In order to also raise awareness on different key sexual health topics, Marsa engages in a lot of educational and awareness-raising activities. We do online campaigns on different topics in order, first of all, to spread correct information, but also to spark a conversation with these otherwise considered taboo subjects, and in a way that is sex-positive, and through media platforms and a sort of identity that is quite relevant for young people, and that they can associate themselves with this information and therefore perhaps benefit from them even further. All our services and everything we do is in a friendly manner, and as I mentioned, sex positive, and also based on evidence and scientific resources. And this is key in being able to advocate for sexual and reproductive health and rights in this region, because of the taboo or sensitive nature of these topics. As Marsa, we always back up our campaigns and messages with evidence based on the data collected here at the center to safeguard these interventions, which is very important so that we don't receive backlash. We also, of course, rely on our partners, regional, international, and local, in order to reach out to additional individuals such as refugees and people with disabilities and others. And now we will be moving to my colleague Anthony, who will tell us more about our voluntary counseling and testing services and our awareness-raising activities.
My name is Anthony. I'm a sexual health educator with Marsa. I'm also part of the VCT team, Voluntary Counseling and Testing. We provide confidential, anonymous, non-stigmatized testing. We provide rapid tests for HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and syphilis. for 16 plus individuals. Since in Lebanon, especially in our school systems, reproductive and sexual health isn't properly embedded, we dedicate a part of our session on educating beneficiaries on STIs, prevention, communication, consent. We also provide condom use demonstrations. All of this cater to our beneficiaries' needs in regards to sexual practices, lifestyle, orientation, in a sex-positive, non-judgmental atmosphere. We also provide outreach programs targeting youth and LGBT plus community through condom distribution in pubs, social gatherings, social events or festivals. We also have educational sessions catered to participants' needs and according to their age groups and backgrounds, where topics are tackled such as STIs, prevention, communication, anatomy, hygiene. In the age of COVID, we have used social media as a great platform to reach youth groups and LGBT plus community to provide sex-positive, inclusive sexual health education.